Hi, thank you for coming back to Kathleen's Wrinkles and Giggles, where here we talk about all the fun, beautiful times about getting older and wiser and sharing information. So not only will I go over probably lots of skincare, makeup, and all that fun stuff, because that's what I've done for 31 years of my career, but I've also heard a lot of things in my facial room all about getting older as well. And this week I heard two people talk about how they fell and had to get stitches, and I felt for them, and I just feel for all of us, men and women over a certain age, that the balance gets a little different, and we really want to keep it up. It will help you to maybe not fall as hard or to catch yourself. So I've got some great tips that I found out. I'm going to share that, and I'm going to share some things that my clients have told me to that I have started to do. So let's get into it and let's have some fun. And it's really easy, and I think you're going to like it. Okay, let's go. So we're going to get into balance, and like I said, a couple of people getting stitches. Oh, that's just awful. I know that when I fell, I had two black eyes, and it was a simple fall. I just twirled a big garbage can, and you know how you have to put it front facing, and totally knocked myself off balance. I wasn't prepared that I did not have the balance that I used to have, and boy, did that get to me. And for a while I was doing exercises to kind of do my balance, but then I kind of stopped. A lot of things like that I've stopped, and I know that people just don't get into anymore, but it's so important, because as we get older and we get slower reflexes and the muscles are a little different and they get stiff, and any kind of medications that we have, any vision changes, and also if you have any chronic problems as neuropathy, you really want to pay attention. But I am no doctor, so I'm going to give you a doctor that I follow, and he was fabulous. And he did a whole video this week on exactly what was happening and what I've heard about in this week alone. And that is exercises that we can do over 50 to keep our balance. And they're all so simple. And this is Dr. Sten Ekberg, and I follow him, and he's great. And he does very easy videos, but very informative. And so take a look at that. I'll definitely link it below, along with some other things. But when you have better balance, it's worth the 5 minutes a day to do a little bit, and maybe work up to 10 minutes. But it prevents falls, and therefore prevents a lot of injuries. But you know what? It helps us to have more freedom. I know that with me falling, I was scared for a while and looked at everything that I was, walking, which isn't a bad idea, but maybe I was doing a little too much. And that's what you want, is when you keep in shape and you do these little things, it allows you to have more fun in life. And I know that I'll probably always be a little more afraid to go down the stairs than I ever was, but these will help even that. Even getting up out of chairs. A lot of people think it's easy, but if you really take to sit and maybe go a little lower in the chair and try to keep coming up, that's a really good one. But let's go over some simple exercises. And not only will Dr. Ekberg go over some, then I will show you little videos of just 3 things that I do. So again, 5 minutes a day. You can do it. I know you can, because I sometimes get out of exercising, even though I try to really keep it up. But this is a whole different exercise. One thing that you can do is, of course, yoga. That's really, really good. Or they say Tai Chi. That's really good. Or if you stand on tippy toes and then also walk backwards, that is good. And you can do that in a hallway or just around anywhere. Another thing that you can do is to balance on one foot, and then take a few seconds and then try it with the other one, and then do it about 5 to 10 times in a row. you would be surprised in about a week how much better you actually start getting. And if you times that times, 10 minutes and 30 days in a month, you are going to have definitely more freedom and stay in shape. Also, tell your loved one, because you want them to be able to do it too. That's super important, and you could even help each other. So I usually also balance on a yoga block. That's nice. And also, I'll link some things below that a lot of my clients talked about. They talked about the balance. It's a half sphere, and that does really well. Also, if you don't have one, you can try to balance on an uneven pillow at home. And so you might think it's really easy until you get on there and you realize, oh my gosh, it's a little harder than I thought. And then if you've got your balance, then try to go on one foot on that pillow and try to balance. It's really good for your whole core. And again, I am not a health guru. I go to other people to really figure it all out. I just know that it's important. I also work over people doing facials. And so I have bad posture. This also helps your posture. And I'm always trying to align myself, especially when I go past a mirror and I can tell I'm doing this. And the way we walk. Also, a chiropractor told me to walk without shuffling, and be careful. If you are not aware, really think about it when you walk if you're picking up your feet. If you look at a younger person, they're picking up their feet and they're walking differently and they're taking longer strides. So the older we get a little bit more fearful, and we're just too young to go through that yet. We have many, many years of being fabulous. So this will help. With that, also, I've lowered my shoes. Instead of the high heels, I have let those go this year. You don't have to if you feel really comfortable. I think they just look beautiful. I have definitely gone lower, and you can get some really cute lower shoes as well. That helps my balance. And I feel more comfortable to walk around all day. I think that in a few years I had just gotten out of shape and felt very uncomfortable in those high heels. Like I could break an ankle, fall over, and I got a little fearful. So again, doing all this and doing our exercises with better balance equals freedom. I think that's a good tagline. A few things that I and my girlfriend, who's over 60, she sent me these great socks. And so she got them on Amazon, and they have the little sticky things on there. And at first I thought, oh no, it's going into summer. I don't want something that makes my foot hot. These are nice and thin, and you can wear them with your shoes, tennis shoes. So now I can wear them in the summer, especially going down the stairs. It makes them stick better, and I feel more comfortable. Slippery surfaces, again, they're just different now. I think definitely now that I am 66, so those are different. But in the winter, I had found these, and we both got them. Actually, I think she got me the first pair. And you can get these too on Amazon. Actually, sometimes they're on sale in a few places and even at Costco. And they have sticky. Look at, I didn't wash it for you. But I use these religiously, especially in the morning going downstairs. But again, the socks more so now that it's getting hot. Also, something that you don't think about, and I kind of stumbled upon because it was almost a promotion. I think I got it really a good price, but is foot massagers, because we have so many nerve endings in the foot. A lot of the doctors I follow will say to do the foot massage and go back and forth. And it seems silly, but if you're watching TV and you do it, you go, wow, this really hits a lot of points on my foot. And there's some with 2 of them too that I'll link. And I think that's pretty nice. But all these little things help. The rollers that we can use on our backs, keep that strengthened. We really want to pull up and everything, but balancing is what you want to do. It'll be great. And I've also You can print a free downloadable 7-day exercise program if you want to. They're really easy. And sometimes it's kind of fun to print it off and look at it and then check it off and see which ones you like. There might be some that you don't, and that's absolutely fine. So 5 minutes a day. Let's all start. Again, put a comment about your wonderful exercise that you do, or if you're like, wow, where has she been? Of course she needs to do these. I just kind of didn't know about all this. But it keeps us free to be fabulous and to enjoy our family and our grandkids and to travel. Think about all the traveling too as we get older. You want to keep everything in alignment and good balance. Again, tag word, saying it again, equals freedom. So great. I hope this is of great help, and stay healthy and strong. And of course, stay fabulous. And I thanks, and come back often. I've come on here really quick to talk about Dr. Ekberg, that I massacred his name. I am so sorry, doctor. I follow him all the time for all sorts of health ideas and information and exercises to do and ways of eating. Dr. Ekberg, thank you for all you do. And sorry about saying Ekberg. And he has like 5 million followers and he's fantastic.